Y'all know that theme song be getting me excited, right? It be getting me excited. Okay. What's up? It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with another video, y'all. We back with another video. I'm in a different room in the house today, so y'all might hear a little bit of an echo. So please just bear with me. Just bear with me. You know what I'm saying? We got Bay upstairs watching TV and stuff like that. So I was like, let me come down another room. You know what I'm saying? But we always gonna get this news out. No matter what we gotta do, we're going to get it popping up in here. Listen, go ahead and drop your location down in that good chatterization. We got Bahamas. We got Ghana. Who else we got here? We got Florida up in the Hisnae, London, UK, Holland, Rotterdam, Boston in the place to be. Who else we got? We got the Philippines. Come on now. Baltimore, stand up. Memphis, Tennessee, Daytona Beach, Queens, Atlanta, Georgia, Philly in the Hisnae, Ohio. Come on, VA, California, DC, Tennessee, Compton, California, Fort Worth, Texas, Ghana, St. Lucia, Nashville, Canada. Come on now. We got Bay Area in the Bay, Los Angeles. We got Largo right down the street, Houston, Canada, Nashville. Wait, somebody said, who said, Remar said Wakanda? I done heard it all. Amen. Amen for Wakanda. Okay. Hey, from Harlem. What's up, y'all? France is in the place to be. Michigan, Minneapolis, Manassas. Okay, I see y'all. Thank you so much for being a part of the little chatterization today. Listen, it's Saturday. I know y'all got things to do, so we ain't gonna hold y'all long today. But we still got to talk about some things. We got some bad news for Porsha and Gizelle. Okay, y'all can probably already guess what it's about. Then we got to talk about Kenya Moore calling out Porsha Williams. I don't know why. I don't know why this even matters, but we're going to talk about it when we get to it as well. And then we got to talk about our little sneak peek Saturday type situation. We get a sneak peek into the upcoming episode for the next day. So we're going to talk about that just a little bit. So I'm excited that y'all here with me today, and we're going to get right into this thing right here. Okay. First things first. Bad news for Gizelle and Porsha. Now, if you guys happen to follow BravoTV.com, what you guys will notice, we got our first super chat in the building from Patricia Miller. Love you. And we sending you love right back, Miss Patricia. Come on now. Thank you for the love on this good Saturday. Okay. All right. So let's look over to the BravoTV.com. All right. So they posted their schedule for May, right? And May looks pretty popping. May is looking pretty popping. The caption says, are we doing the most? Yes. Do we love it? Also, yes. What are your can't miss shows this month? First of all, shout out to whomever is doing the good social media over down to the Bravo, because clearly it's somebody young. Okay. Clearly it is somebody young up in the place to be. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into the news of it all, shall we? Now, first things first, you guys will know that Watch What Happens Live is having their little party week this week. That's where they're having all these guests. Y'all know Phaedra going to be on there this week, and everybody looking forward to that, okay? Then they say, they give us the schedule for the Real Housewives of Dallas reunions. Those dates are up here, the Summer House Part 2 reunion. Dallas only getting a 2-part reunion. I mean, that's probably because it won't really that a lot going on this season. You know what I'm saying? And then you guys will notice that there's a Summer House reunion Part 2. They only get a 2-part reunion as well. And then here go the bad news, y'all. Here go that bad news. The Bravo chat room finale is on 5/9, y'all. 5/9. That means next Sunday will be the finale of Bravo chat room for Porsha and Gizelle and Hannah Berner from Summer House, right after Watch What Happens Live, after Part 3 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Now, what I want to know is, was you watching the Bravo chat room in general? Let me know if you guys were watching that good Bravo chat room in general. Just give me a yes or a no in the chatterization. That's all I want to know. Yes or no, was you watching that thing or not? And, for me, I'm going to tell y'all, I thought it was all right. It was a decent show. I think it got better once, Kate Chastain left. only because I felt like she didn't really seem to mesh well with those ladies. But I felt like it was good in the sense that it was an executive producer credit for Porsha. So that was pretty big for her. And it's going to be sad that, you know, she has to move on from that. But obviously, she still has her gigs with, you know, Dish Nation and that sort of thing. But I'm just kind of trying to figure out, in my mind, I thought this was I felt like they was going to keep this show around, to be quite honest with you. But maybe the ratings was just not that good, especially because we had Potomac coming back up in August. So I felt like, okay, y'all, they might want to take a little hiatus, but no, this is indeed the finale. Okay. So, yeah, man, sad to see it go. I actually was digging it, to be quite honest with you. I watched it religiously after the episodes because y'all know I like to make my notes and whatnot. Now, we know that they had a specific episode order. And typically when you have a show out that comes out, you get an order of episodes that you order. So I'm assuming that the episode order ran out at this point and they decided not to renew it. Now, you guys may recall when they were first premiered on the network, they had a specific order of episodes, but then they kept renewing it. So I figured that they would keep on doing it, but clearly it's not. So sad to say about that. Gail Martin says, love hanging out with you anytime. That's what I like to hear. Thank you so much, Gail. Y'all know, listen, we come on here, we talk our stuff, we have a good old time. And, you know, it is what it is. We have our little conversations, the community chats, and that's what we do. Thank you for that super chat, boo. We appreciate you. Moving on, looking further into this little lineup right here. As you guys can see, we have the Shahs of Sunset premiere on the 16th, which is right after Real Housewives of Atlanta has gone off. New Jersey only gets a 2-part reunion that comes at the end of this month. I'm assuming because they have a shorter than normal season, but their seasons are usually pretty short. Then the Real Housewives of Atlanta ends on the 9th as well for the season. New York premieres this coming week on Tuesday. We got $1 Million Listing New York on the 6th. The New Jersey finale on the 12th, and then we got Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on the 19th. We will be recapping the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on this channel. For those of you who like that show. The other interesting thing about this, and I've seen a lot of people posting about Hannah Berner, who is on Bravo's chat room. She's been in some hot water lately for some kind of crazy comments that she's been making about some of her cast members. I don't know if you guys have peeped any of that stuff. So it's just a lot going on. I will say that the Bravo chat room does feature the ladies who are from shows who kind of have the most talked about storylines. So that was an interesting thing to note as well. Let's move on over, okay? Let's move on over to your girl, Kenya Moore. She is calling out Porsha Williams. Let's get into it. Now, to me, I don't know if this came out of nowhere or if it was because of a preview that had popped up or something like that. But we have Kenya Moore with the tweet right here. And it's interesting to me that she's even tweeting about this because she's supposed to be on that good Turks and Caicos vacation. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just kind of feel like, girl, you should be enjoying your time away from the spotlight. But she had a little time on her hands. So here we go. So anyway, she says, to be clear, Porsha did not invite me, Marlo, or LaToya to the voting PSA. Now, historically speaking, when we support charities, we put our differences aside. We all have fans who matter. She was not above the pettiness. Hashtag facts, hashtag truth, hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Okay, so here's my thought on this situation. And I'm going to give it to you real and how I see it. Okay. I don't understand why this matters so much to her. I really don't. I don't. You know, I just kind of feel like, you know, at a certain point in time, it's like, let the mouse go. Just let it go. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, let's put some real stank on it. Let's put some real stank on it. At the end of the day, that PSA was not even shown on the show. It was not even shown on the show. Okay? To me, it just feels like another reason for her to come at Porsha about something that really, at the end of the day, is really small and minute. My feeling is this: you are a producer, go out and produce your own PSA. At this point in time, that's how I feel about it. Go on ahead out there, put yourself out there, put it together. Do it for the ladies. You can pull the resources together and you can do it yourself. But at the end of the day, the producers didn't even make it. This didn't even make it to the show. It didn't even make it to the show. She talked about it on the reunion. She's talked about it in multiple interviews, and now she's tweeting about it. So in my mind, who cares? Who cares? It didn't even make it to air. So why are we still talking about this? Now, do I think that it should have been? Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. We got a super chat in the building. Lala Chanel says at this point, Kenya seems a little obsessed with Porsha. Thank you so much for that super chat. We got another one in his naive from Qualita, who says, oh, just sending some love. Thank you so much, Qualita. We got another one from Marilyn Jacob says, thank you for all you do, Richie. Thank you so much as well for participating in our chats. And I felt like, let me hop back on the screen for a second because I got something I felt like I want to communicate. I just feel like, yes, do I feel like the producers missed an opportunity to give us another storyline that I felt like, clearly was something that the ladies wanted us to see. But I also felt like in light of Porsha going back to them initially and asking them to take out the confrontation between her and Kandi and Kenya at Todd's birthday party that wasn't shown on the show. I felt like the producers probably thought, well, if there's going to be this sort of discord amongst the group about things that are going on for the Black Lives Matter movement, we're going to take all of anything that's contentious, we're going to take it out of the show altogether. So that's probably why we didn't get a chance to see it on the show. But yet, here we are, Kenya's still talking about it. And I don't understand why. Janetta McConnor, who says, but she didn't want to invite Nene to Mark's event, though. Ooh, now that's interesting. That is very interesting as well. Okay. Janetta, with that memory, boy. Janetta, you remember them events, okay? And I ain't mad at it. I'm always here for somebody who can recall the incidences as they occur. Now, there you go. There you have it. Thank you so much for that super chat, boo. So my thought is, you so busy trying to figure out a way to call Porsha out about something. And I just have to say, Kenya in and of herself is a much more interesting woman than she is giving herself credit for, because I feel like much of her attention seems to be distributed towards Porsha when that's not really what we as fans care to see from Kenya. And I don't think she realizes that. I don't know. We got a super chat from Glenda Dotson who says, love you, Richie. Now Kenya feels she is the face of the show and should be a part of everything. Conceited narcissist. Thank you for the love, Glenda. We got another one from Cheryl who says, Kenya must be jealous of Kenya. Thought she was being busy with all of her ventures promoting herself. Jeez. Thank you so much for that super chat. We got another one from Lakeisha Brown. Maybe she feels Porsha gets passes and she doesn't. That's why she's obsessed with everything Porsha does wrong. Ooh, Lakeisha, you probably hit the nail on the head. I don't necessarily think it's that Kenya is jealous of Porsha in general. It may be that she feels a way that Porsha gets passes for things that she feels like she may not get a pass for, i.e., she was so bent on calling out Porsha's alleged fling with Bolo that it seemed borderline obsessive. Okay, so there was that. But knowing full well, okay, that if producers didn't want to really give that storyline any energy, they didn't show any. We didn't get no sound effects. We didn't get nothing. And then also knowing that Porsha got that scene edited out, you may be onto something here. You may be onto something here that I had not even thought about. Lakeisha for the win right here, boy. So yeah, I just don't get it. It just seems like there's a preoccupation with Porsha that I don't really understand. We have, is it Elhorn 2011 who says, is this the same Kenya who kicked Porsha out of her housewarming, her party, and Shamia off her boat? Oh, well, thank you for that super chat. You know, I think that I don't consider, I just kind of feel like there's a preoccupation with Porsha that I don't understand. And so I really wish that she would let it go, because I'm more interested in Kenya, you know, getting over her relationship with Mark. I'm more interested in Kenya, the mother. I'm more interested in, you know, Kenya's dynamic with LaToya, because the last we saw of her and LaToya on the show, initially they had that altercation, well, that little falling out at Fallon's house. And then the next time we saw them, they were friends again at the Friendsmas thing at Cynthia's house. So I wasn't sure how they came back to a place of resolution when at one point Kenya seemed like she was really over her. So I'm more interested in that dynamic than I am anything to do with Kenya and Porsha at this point. I'm more interested in how Porsha is receiving Marlo, and for whatever reason, I felt like Marlo was just doing a lot with that situation. For some reason, inserting herself a lot in that situation. I'm more interested in how they resolve their beef than I am anything to do with Kenya and Porsha at this point, to be honest with you. And I'm giving Kenya credit for having so many other things to focus on. She don't need to focus on Porsha no more. Let's let that go. Let's let it go. Let it go. Let the mouse go. Last bit of Kenya news. And I hate to bring this up again, because she had tweeted this out. She said, the 6-page apology someone wrote for Drew does not address the fact that what I said was true. Drew dressed up for Halloween as an Indian woman. Okay, and I'm assuming she's referring to the circular dot on, I cannot remember what it's called. Please forgive me for that. In the middle of, I think it's I don't even want to say it because I might get it wrong. In the middle of her head. And she said, I said nothing about Native Americans, which two different things here. Okay. Just for clarification. So she's talking about two different things here. Meanwhile, I'm on this subject. I'm gonna let this go as well. What I really want to talk about is this sneak peek between Drew and Kenya. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this from this coming week's episode. It is called a bendy. Okay, thank you so much. Bendy, thank you. I did not want to get it wrong. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Y'all be on it. Thank you. Kenya and Drew gets into it. Okay. We had somebody have to bye, Miss Shar. We'll see you later. They get into it because Kenya doesn't understand, kind of why Drew was coming so hard for her later on in the season. And Kenya is basically saying, like, listen, I was calling you. I was helping you out, girl. I was doing what I could to try to be your friend. I was trying to help you out because I knew you was having some body issues, boo. Now, okay, the body issues thing keeps coming up with Drew. You guys may recall that, in the episode where they called the Prophet Lot, LaToya had said something to the effect of Drew needs to find her way to a treadmill or something and worry less about her. Then we had Kenya Moore, who had tweeted out something about Drew needing a tummy tuck after Drew came for Kenya's booty when they was in New Orleans after Kenya refused to do the booty pop, okay? Because Drew had said something about how Kenya, you paid for that booty in her confessional. She said it. She didn't say it to her face. She said that you paid for that booty, you might as well bounce it, okay? So then Kenya tweeted out something about, Drew needing a tummy tuck. Okay, so anyway. So it gets into the whole situation again about body issues. And at this point in time, Drew, I guess she is ready for Kenya because she lets Kenya know that she has a condition, okay? That condition is known as, I'm trying to pronounce the name right, adenomyosis, okay? And that it can be painful and include severe cramping or sharp knife-like pelvic pain during the menstruation process, okay? And it also involves like some extra tissue, I guess, building up around the midsection. And so I know according to page 6, Drew has said she has to be careful before she has another surgery. And this was after meeting with Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine, because one doctor had told her that she was going to have a hysterectomy. Okay. And so, in my mind, I'm like, ooh, now is this body shaming? Because it's so many shamings out here that I just be trying to be extra careful of how people, how we word things. But it just, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure Drew out in this situation. I'm trying to figure her out. Is she, for one, let me say this for one. Number one, I hope that whatever she is going through, that she is able to get through it and come out on the other side of it, and because I feel like this. Everybody gained weight when we was in the panorama. Let's start there. Everybody gained weight. We all gained a couple of pounds, right? And even Kenya herself had talked about how she had gained weight during the panorama as well. So I do feel like the ladies have to be a little bit more cognizant of, issues with regards to body, but they've been shaping each other's bodies for ages on this show. Okay. M says, I feel some type of way grown women body shaming other women. Drew is in my favor, but body shaming other women is just mean. Yes. That's what I'm saying too. So we got to be careful, when we do stuff like this. But at the same time, I know a lot of people feel like Drew sometimes be reaching. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to receive it. I'm torn. It's one of these situations that I feel like we definitely need to be more sensitive about as we move forward. But I also know that, Drew also has to be careful about the insults that she throws out about other women's bodies as well. So I don't know. It's a hard thing to do. And you're right. Somebody said, Bunny says they all body shame. And it's something I feel like you gotta, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like these types of statements is below the belt? Miss Susu 21 says, Drew always got a story to justify when people are petty to her, but it's okay when she is petty, even though her pettiness is uncalled for. I guess that's what I was trying to say earlier too, is that I feel like sometimes she does always have some sort of justification for the things that she does. Does that make sense? I'm trying to make sense. And then my question to y'all is the body shaming, is it too low? We have a super chat from Lakeisha Brown who says Kenya has a medical disorder as well. It's called botched. Pot calling the kettle black. Drew is too sensitive to be throwing shade. Thank you for that super chat. For me, I'm going to tell you though, we had another super chat come in. They need a cash shakeup. I am over this season. I'm over it too, y'all. To be quite honest with you, I'm over the dynamics of the group, it just feels a little stale to me. Certain things. This is true too. Beach Dreamer says you can't tell people how to come back at you. I don't know, man. I don't know. We got another super chat from Worthy View who says Kenya still has pageant ways. Always a competition for the crown. Almost every event she makes a scene or makes it about her. Master manipulator. Thank you for that super chat, Worthy View. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Someone said, tell us your real opinion. So here's my thing. I don't have an opinion per se about this specific situation, mostly because I feel like I do have an opinion to a certain degree. I feel like sometimes Drew does have all of these justifications for the things that she says or does, and she can't always take the heat when it's brought back at her. But I also feel like, to a certain degree, you know, I feel like this is a sensitive women's issue that I can't really speak on as a man. So I try to watch what I say. So it ain't me not giving my real opinion, but it is me being respectful to an issue that women face that I don't face. So I try not to always give an opinion on everything, because everything ain't for me to talk about as a man. Does that make sense? Like sensitive issues like that, I just try to watch what I say. That's it. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Now, let me know in the good chatterization if you're going to be watching tomorrow. Give me a yes or no if y'all going to be watching this episode tomorrow. We got one more episode and then we are done with the season. Y'all know I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Tomorrow night's Married to Medicine is going to be super lit. Okay? It's going to be super, super lit. All right? We're going to have Gizelle and Robin on there. We're going to have Pastor Jamal Bryant on there. And we're also going to have Quad is making her return back to the show as well. Okay? So it's about to be popping on Married to Medicine. Hopefully the rest of the season of Married to Medicine will carry us through until we get to Potomac. Somebody said, Keisha says, I didn't read your super chat. What did you say? Let's see here. We have another one from Theodriana who says, we have to remember Drew is an actress, but I am over it as well. If I happen to miss your super chat, please know that it's not on purpose. Sometimes the comments are going really fast when I'm in conversation, and this will only allow me to go back up so far. So if I missed it, please forgive me. It's not on purpose. Lakeisha Brown says, Richie, that's why people love you. You're a respectable gentleman. I try to be. You know, I just try to also understand. I love talking about, you know, Housewives and reality TV shows in general. But I also recognize that I have my own limitations as a person and the things that I may not understand fully. And so sometimes when I'm having a conversation with you guys, I don't rely only on my own opinion because I don't know it all, which is why I feel like it's important to have these conversations with y'all, because I get as much education from y'all as I'm sure hopefully y'all get something from me. So don't look at it as a one-way street here that I'm talking and y'all just listening. No, we are having a conversation and a dialogue back and forth. And a lot of times you guys will give me a perspective that I don't already know or that I haven't thought of. And again, to me, the reason why I started this channel, for those who don't know, is because I did not have my own space to talk about these things with any of my other friends. So, you know, for me, it was like, this is my outlet. You know, I don't sit here and pretend to know everything, but again, y'all give me information as well. So, and let me answer a question about bias, because I see people will say, oh, you're biased. I don't care. I'm human. You know, and on some days, yeah, I may not like a certain thing a certain person does. I may not like consecutive actions that a certain person takes. I'm not on here pretending to not be biased. I've never said but I don't care. That's it. I don't care. So if you write it in the comments, know that I don't care, but I'm also welcoming you to write it because I want to hear your opinion. But I don't care about that aspect of it. I'm not on here trying to be perfect. I'm on here to have a conversation. However I feel that day is how I felt. I might feel different tomorrow. You might feel different tomorrow. And that's fine. Lala Chanel says, can we go back to the days housewives had real friendships and relationships? Yeah, man, that's what I feel like some of us are really missing in these shows. It's like those real friendships and those relationships, because then when they break down, we really have more, we're invested in it a lot more, you know? And without those real friendships, we don't really care. So we know that Porsha and Kenya don't have a real friendship. So at this point, that's why we don't really care about whether or not they go at it or not. You know, we would be more invested in it if it was Kenya and Cynthia going at it. Okay. Or if it was Kenya and Kandi, or if it was Porsha and Shamia, then we would be more invested in it. But you know, they gotta figure it out. Yes, Sari, I don't get how people love Kenya but hate Gizelle for doing the same shenanigans on her franchise. Love your show, Richie. Thank you so much for that super chat. Yeah, you know, they are very reminiscent of each other. I think that how they go about doing things is a little bit different. You know, Gizelle, when she causes problems, she tends to laugh about it. And she'll, you know, sometimes she'll even apologize and say, yeah, I said it, but, oh, you know, I'm sorry, and kind of move on from it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Gizelle will do it and she's laughing about it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That don't make it right. Okay, it don't make it right. But I feel like they kind of maneuver and move just a little bit differently. I don't know. But thank you for that super chat. Now, with that being said, y'all, it's Saturday. So next week, y'all, I don't know which day it is. I'm going to do some call-ins for people that want to, you know, call in and give their opinions. Cause I feel like I ain't heard from, you know, some of my people in a minute in terms of like y'all hear y'all voices and hear y'all thoughts on it. So I think I'm going to do that maybe a couple of days next week, depending on, you know, how things go. My week does not look too busy next week. So I don't feel like I'll be rushing to do my videos. So, yeah, so whoever want to call in, y'all make sure y'all have y'all thoughts ready and stuff like that so we can get back to doing that. With that being said, y'all, be safe out there. Be safe. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day in DC. I'm going to get out here and enjoy this good weather. We're going to take one of my friends to brunch tomorrow. Thank you so much, Lakeisha Brown, for that super chat. We appreciate you. Stay blessed. I'm extending that to all of y'all. All of y'all stay blessed. And remember, y'all, we ain't got to agree on anything on this channel. That's what makes it fun. Everybody got a different opinion. We can go back and forth. And at the end of the day, I'm going to still tell y'all I love y'all. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all have a great Saturday. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next. Let me get this one. Let me get this one. Bethany VIPT says, heck, I love Kenya. And sometimes I don't agree, but I also love you and respect you and your opinion on the topics. Keep doing you, boo. You're doing an awesome job. Thank you so much. That's basically it right there. You summed it up in a nutshell. Listen, you can love a person, but not like the things that they do all the time. I mean, I'm sure you got family members that you love, but you don't like what they do. It is what it is. That's real. That's real life, you know? So anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for that super chat, Bethany VIPT. You get it. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Love